What's going on, man? Listen, if you're new here, make sure you hit that sub button. Of course, if you want to see more, if you like what I'm saying, hit that thumbs up. If you don't like what I'm saying, hit the thumbs down. And if you have an opposing opinion or you want to have a conversation, just sound off in the comments and it will be dealt with accordingly. Just also know that the comments is not always a safe space, and that's cool because this is a men's channel, and as men we can have discord, but it's going to be civil. But in that being said, cue up the intro.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
So I wanted to share this story because in one of my videos I was saying about, women being super player and letting you believe that you are in control of what's going on. Now, I was dealing with a woman. If she sees this, she's definitely going to know who she is, but it's cool though. And it's funny because I actually tell my wife the story. My wife, she just can't stop laughing when I tell her the story, right? As a man like myself, I do a lot of reflecting. Once again, that's how this channel was pretty much made or what have you, just from doing certain reflections and things I should have handled different. But at the time I was with a female or whatever. She was a little younger than me. She was pretty good, with a little country, which was cool. Seemed feminine, friendly, was getting fit, like all the things you would want, especially in a younger woman, right? So for some strange reason, don't ask me why, I don't know. I guess maybe that was the more coming of age, because I was still in my 30s, but it was like the more coming of age, like, thinking that I was super player and I could leverage a friendship with a female without doing too much, right? Without doing too much. So long story short, I get back on, and I actually had this conversation with my girlfriend at the time, and she was like, all right, cool. Like she ain't give me no pushback. And I don't really know what was going on and why I really wanted an outside female friend or whatever the case would be. But once again, I thought I was player enough to handle. I'm like, man, I got female friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm a platonic dude. So long story short, me and the female, when we was talking or whatever the case may be, I was trying to be inappropriate. Like, once again, don't judge me. I was trying to be inappropriate, and she countered back like, so what I'm supposed to say this? It was something inappropriate or whatever. Y'all like, man, can you just say what it is? All right. So long story short, it was raining, and I was trying to get certain things out of her or whatever. And I was going to be I was like, what you like during the rain? But she could see that I was beating around something inappropriate. She was like, she like, I don't even know you. Like, what I'm supposed to say? I like sucking dick in the rain.
That brother's starving.
Yes, sir.
So I got her to start kind of talking inappropriate. But that's the only thing she said. But she see what I was trying to do. It ain't really work. So we started talking or whatever, and eventually I told her, I'm like, yeah, I got girlfriends in the third. And I told her, and she was like, well, if your girlfriend think it's cool, we can be friends, right? But she was also like, what? Because she was digging me, right? And like I said, I only see her pictures, so I wasn't really being as though I seen her pictures, us as men, when we're less attracted to a female or whatever, or it seems like we're less attracted to a female, it's easy to do right. Long story short, I end up at her house one day. Stupid. That was on me. Had nothing to do with her. I just popped up. She's like, "What are you here for?" I'm like, "I don't know." I didn't say I don't know. I was like, "Cause we cool. You know what I'm saying?" Talk long. So to make a long story short, she put pressure. She was pressured, and admittedly, her pictures didn't do her justice. She was way more attractive than I thought she was. So then that was a red flag right there. Although I was keeping my composure and she was like putting pressure on, you already know as a man, you already know as a man. So at that point, I was in her world. At that point, I was literally on some Pinocchio shit and she was moving my strings. I just didn't know it. So as she pressured more and more, you know the story, one thing led to another.
Stupid, you dumb nigga.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I
See what I'm saying?
I thought.
You know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
Or whatever. Because you already know, once that young man downstairs starts sounding off, that's all she wrote. And the thing about it is, once again, I thought I was in control, but I really wasn't. And then we end up, like I said, one thing led to another, and after that, right? Then she literally put me out, like, right after that, which is crazy. And we had minimal conversation, but then we end up, I don't remember how long it was, not too long after, but I realized once I reflected, I realized that, so first of all, yeah, it was my fault for going over there, but once she had me over there, it was like literally like a black widow weaving her web, like, nigga, you done messed up. You shouldn't have came here. And because I was saying what I was saying to her, like, yeah, I can, I'm good. I ain't that type of, literally, like I said, we had the conversation later that basically she was like, you ain't shit. You just like these other niggas. And if I want to, excuse my language, if I want to fuck you, that's what's going to happen. Literally, and that's what happened. And I thought I was player enough to be in a situation like that. So what did I learn here? What's the point that I'm making? You don't put yourself in situations that you think you in control in. Because if a woman is player enough, you not in control. From the moment that energy is transferred over and you in her domain and she got an idea, she gonna maneuver and manipulate you the way that you want to be manipulated. I mean, the way she want to manipulate you. So if she want to fuck you, that's what's gonna happen. Like, literally, like, it's when listen, you ain't gotta believe me, but you know what I'm saying, I'm top tier when it comes to especially seeing things out. But I also know and after that, I would never put myself in a position like that anyway. I don't even, if I do get a female number or whatever, it's always about the bag. And if I do, I'm gonna play it to a point where it's those like, I ain't popping up nowhere, I ain't doing no fuck shit, no, I'm cool. I got another example of being an orbiter. That's for another video. But just to give a little context on that is, I know you see it from a lot of the red pill dudes. If you know what I'm saying, if you in that side of content, right? And they tell you about being the orbiter and the friend just waiting and lurking, you know, for his opportunity. I'm here to tell you that two things can be true at one time. You don't necessarily have to be sitting waiting for your opportunity. Matter of fact, you could have damn near gave up. But you being an orbiter and you still being her friend after she done slotted you in the friend zone and being her emotional tampon and shit like that, your feelings for her lay dormant, especially if she fine. I'm gonna tell you, they lay dormant. And I got the perfect story and a perfect situation to, you know what I'm saying, drive my point home. But that's gonna be in the next one. So if you like what I'm saying, you like what I'm doing, you like this type of content, hit the sub button so you always know when I drop a video. And we do daily drops over here. We do daily consistent content over here. You know what I'm saying? I love to cook. I love to get my experience. I want my guys to be the best that they can be. Females, y'all can learn a thing or two. You know, I'm never excluding y'all. I love females. You ain't never got a question, oh, is this nigga gay? No.
Stop the cap.
Stop it. That's just right there. You already know. What Kev say? That's just sign language. Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. But in that being said, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.